What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm David Carroll. I'm a licensed real estate agent with a company called Signature Real Estate Group. And with me today, my co-host, Jenna.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jenna Lavecchia, and I'm a mortgage lender with RCG Home Loans.
And welcome back to the Las Vegas Home Show, episode number 2. I don't know. I didn't really think we were going to make it to episode number 2. Jenna, what do you think?
I thought so.
Absolutely. We've got plans, actually, and we definitely still want your feedback down below. But with that being said, Jenna, tell us a little bit about the segments we're going to be going into today.
So today we're going to do our week in review. We're going to go over some of the comments in our comment section. We're going to do mortgages with me.
Love that section.
We have a new section called Hidden Gems.
You asked for it and you got it.
We're going to go over new homes, of course.
Love it.
And then what's next?
I think, one thing I love is that what's next segment at the very end, because I always get so excited about talking about the future. Mm-hmm. Let's give them a little hint. What are we thinking about for what's next? Bringing
on guests.
Do you guys want to see some guests? We're maybe thinking episode 4, maybe episode 5, we're kind of thinking. Mm-hmm. And Jenna talked about going live too on episode 9, so we're going to hold her to that. We'll talk about that on episode 8. But going straight into it, Jenna, I got some questions.
Okay.
We're going to go right into the week in review. Tell us a story about when you first moved to Las Vegas.
So when I first moved to Vegas, I was 3. So I was young. I don't remember a whole lot, but all I remember is that I was fascinated by all the lights.
I remember those lights. You moved here when you were 3. So where did you grow up?
So I pretty much grew up here because I've been here since I was 3, and then I was born in New York.
That's exactly how I feel too, because I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, but I was only like a couple years old. And Dad was in the Air Force moving around, so I ended up in South Texas. But
when did you move here?
Yeah, so I moved here in 2009, and it's kind of similar to your story. I was driving around the I-215, and I saw all the beautiful lights in Las Vegas, and I thought, wow, this is definitely the city of lights. I mean, I think I saw a couple of UFOs out there, but let's go ahead and jump right into the next question. We won't talk about that on this episode, but what do you love about Las Vegas, Jenna?
So there's so much to love about Vegas, and I love that there's a little bit of everything. We have, if you want to go hiking, you want to go to the lake, you want to do something outdoors, and we also have amazing restaurants and food. If you want to see a show, if you want to go out, there's just a little bit of everything.
It is really like a 24/7 town. Mm-hmm. You have everything you need here. Yeah. When I first moved here, I did used to stay up late, and then I started working in the casino industry, so I was definitely out at night all night long, so I really got to see Las Vegas for what it really is. But with that being said, I think one thing that I like about the Las Vegas Valley, or what I love, is definitely the mountains and the topography. So like you can be driving around the city and go kind of like into the valley and then up around the Centennial Hills through the Red Rock Mountains. It's so beautiful out here. Plus we have everything we need around us if you want to go out hiking.
Yeah, it's perfect.
For sure. Now, what's one personal goal you've been working on this week?
So this week was just being consistent with my sunrise walk. So I go on walks every day, and either a sunrise or sunset, but this time of year sunrise walks are my favorite. So just being consistent with those.
You got to get up early to do sunrise walks?
Yeah, so I naturally wake up early, and then I just always check what time the sunrise is going to rise, and then time my walks with that.
Naturally. Tell me about naturally. What time do you wake up?
Anywhere from 3 to 4 to
That's wild. I don't know. I've been missing my sunrises, but I kind of get you. Every morning, you kind of got to dial that clock back, maybe 3-4 minutes to catch the sunrise.
Yeah, slowly inches.
Yeah, and it's funny because I used to, on my home tours, at the very end of the videos, I used to talk about the sunsets. Mm-hmm. But what's funny is a lot of times I'll be doing these batch recordings of videos. So sometimes the sunset doesn't match up with the same day. No one's called me out yet, but let me know if you've seen it down below.
What was your personal goal for this week?
Yeah, so I think this week, but in general, my main personal goal right now is really fitness. I've been working out about 3 or 4 times a week, and just really trying to gain some weight and bring on some strength. There was a while there that I kind of got overweight. I don't even know if you remember. Probably when I first met you, I was about 190 pounds. I don't know if you noticed. But anyhow, I have lost that weight, and I feel great. I mean, you got to work out. You got to be strong. So that's kind of one of my personal goals that I've been working on this week.
Love it.
2 things that you're passionate about. Tell me, Jenna.
So writing is a big one for me. I write my goals, I write affirmations, I write what I'm thankful for. I even do a little bit of poetry and lyrics. So writing, and then the other one is I'm passionate about serving in the community. I volunteer with a lot of
Love helping people.
nonprofits, different organizations around town. Then I also do a lot of community events. So I've organized my own, or I attend. So yeah.
You're one of the most, like, I see Jenna every week creating events, organizing events, creating flyers, doing so much marketing. She's been really on it. How long have you been in the business, Jenna?
10 years.
10 years. And how long have you been really doing this wild marketing? I've been seeing you market for years.
So before I got into mortgage, I still did marketing. So for honestly a very long time at this point. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
What about you? What are some of your passions, 2 of your passions?
I got a couple passions. I think my number one passion right now in my life currently is creating content and really just delivering value. But I love new homes, and I'm a car enthusiast. Do you like cars as well?
I do. I love cars.
What is your favorite car?
So it's always been an Audi, and then now I have an Audi, and I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I still love Audis, but I'm really loving the Bronco right now.
The Bronco is so retro. Now, I love my Teslas, but I'm a car enthusiast. One of my favorite cars that I had was a 1964 Galaxy 500, 4-door. Oh my gosh. Talk about a boat. You could put 10 people in there. Seriously. And we did. And we went rolling around town, and the back end was just dropped. I mean, the car had so much power. It took so much gas, though. So anyway, I love my cars. Now,
that's awesome.
Another question we have is, how was business this week, and what's new?
So business was amazing. I have a buyer who got into contract this week on a home, so that's always nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think this week I was out in Homestead West in the northwest of Las Vegas. Actually, you know what? Let's pull it up real quick on the iPad. Let me just scroll over here. So, yep, I got it on the iPad here. I want to show you the home sites over at Homestead West. This is by Century Communities. Now, each of those little squares you see on the bottom left there, those are about 18,000 square feet. But then to the right, you have some other large parcels, which are about 20,000 as well, but a little bit longer, not as wide. Now, with these homes, we're looking at lot premiums around 35 to 50,000. Beautiful single-story ranch, the epitome of the dream home. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to show you that real quick. So, Jenna, tell me one thing that you love about your career.
I love the freedom and the lifestyle that it allows me to have.
Tell me, go into detail a little bit more about the freedom and lifestyle. But there's always benefit and a negative, right, to everything. Tell me a little bit more.
So there's not quite as much security. But what I love about it, working for myself, is just being able to create my own life that way, create my own schedule, do the things I want to do the things I feel passionate and called to do, and just create a life on my terms and only answer to myself.
There's something to be said about working for yourself, but as me and Jenna know, and all the other entrepreneurs, realtors, lenders out there, you really have to have a high level of motivation, right?
Yeah, and self-discipline.
Because there's no one calling you in the morning to get you out of bed. I mean, when my daughter's not here with me saying, "Daddy, let's get to school," I mean, you got to have the alarm clock going off and get to work. So it's definitely more work in the beginning, but then the payoffs are much bigger. Do you agree?
I agree. And it's not for everyone. I have a lot of friends it's not for them. They admit that.
Right, the security. Yeah, some people just want the security of a normal job.
For sure, but yeah. I personally love it.
I love real estate as well.
What do you love most about your career?
Definitely the number one thing I love about it, and it's going to kind of tie right back into everything we've been talking about here, is creating content and helping people. You know, when I meet people for the first time, I literally feel like I already know them. They're like, "Hey, David." They give me a big hug. They know everything I like, talk about. It's so amazing. So we have like a beautiful friendship. And, you know, it's like I feel like it gives me the power to help them, guide them to exactly what they're looking for. Because now I don't have to worry about selling anybody. I can totally just listen to them and hear exactly what they're saying. And believe me, I'm listening.
It's like more of a natural connection with somebody.
Absolutely. Now, I want to jump into 5 facts about Las Vegas. Now that we did the weekend review, what do you think about? Let's go ahead and pull it up here on the iPad. All right, now let's talk about 5 facts about Las Vegas. So, Jenna, I pulled this up on ChatGPT. Have you ever used ChatGPT?
All the time.
It's such an amazing program. So if you're a realtor or lender or anyone out there, you really need to get on with AI. If you don't, you're going to get left behind. It's super great for coming up with topics. It didn't come up with my topics today, but it was pretty darn close. So it's talking about the entertainment capital of the world. Las Vegas is renowned for its vibrant entertainment scene. Tell me a little bit about, do you go out to the Strip often, or how often do you get out there?
So.
Same here. I used to be on the Strip for about the first couple of years of Las Vegas, but that gets old fast. And everyone we talk to as locals, it's kind of the same vibe, right?
Yeah,
It's
no
like,
one really goes down there unless they have to. I love going to eat down there because they have some amazing restaurants. I go down there for work or business a lot, but yeah.
So out to lunch, restaurants, have a quick bite and get out of there. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Stay away from the casinos.
My hair appointment is down there too, but
oh, that's fun. It's exciting. But it shows here that the Strip is 4.2 mile stretch of South Las Vegas Boulevard. Very cool. Did you know it was 4.2 miles?
No.
Yeah. So Chat GPT for the win. It also talks about it being a hub for conventions and trade shows and the 24/7 lifestyle. And I tell you what, I kind of missed the 24/7 lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel like since COVID, we don't really have that the same way anymore.
It definitely changed. And also, the older I get, I can't stay up past 11 o'clock. It's my bedtime. Now, let's jump into that next slide. I really want to show you this one because it kind of touches my heart. Las Vegas is a unique marriage capital. Las Vegas is famous for its quick and easy marriage license and making it a popular destination for weddings. I actually got married at the Little White Chapel.
Oh.
Have you ever been out there?
I have my mom and my stepdad got married there.
That's awesome. It's such a cool little place. You know, you bring a couple family members and then you can go have your wedding night on the Strip. I mean, it really doesn't I don't think you sleep much after that as well. And with that being said, I do want to jump into some quick updates from X.com. What's going on in Las Vegas. So, Jenna, did you hear about the Mirage closing?
I did.
What do you think about that?
So at first I was sad, but then I found out that they're putting the Hard Rock in there, and they're going to have the big guitar, and I'm excited about that because I saw the one guitar in Miami about a year ago, and it's really cool.
I think I've only seen that. I've been out in Miami too. I lived there for a couple of years, but I don't think I saw the guitar. How long has that one been there for a while, the Hard Rock out there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So the Mirage is closing, everybody, and it's going to be reopening as the Hard Rock in 2027. Let's go ahead and jump into the next slide. They're all covering it. Las Vegas locally, he's on X. Definitely check him out. He's always on top of it with the news. He's talking about it's going to be reopening in 3 years as well as the Hard Rock. Let's jump into the next one. We even got Vintage Vegas showing the Mirage in 1989. And fun fact, I worked at the Mirage for 5 years at the Mirage Poker Room. It was a great experience. Really got to meet being in the industry, it gives you perks. But the one perk about the industry is it's a lot of late nights in graveyards. So in Las Vegas, 24/7 time. Let's flip to the next one. Las Vegas Review Journal as well. Iconic Mirage on the Strip has been set for a closure date. It's going to be the Hard Rock. Let's jump into the next one. Got the Mirage. After 34 years, the Mirage Hotel and Casino is ceasing operations. We're going to miss you guys. If anybody out there that I worked with you at the Mirage, send me a DM. Let me know. I'd love to keep in contact with you. And what do we got next? This is the, what do you call this, Jenna?
The official letter.
This is the official letter. You don't want to see this, by the way. Let's just go and jump right past that. If y'all want to see that, you can pause it and read it. But, it's kind of a sad time. A lot of the people at the Mirage, they've been day one employees. Aww. Did you know that? It's so wild. Like, they really have their heart. They love the Mirage. And that's how I feel about all the patrons for the Mirage.
Loyal.
It is. It's really, I'm sure people are going to be very sad. What do we got next?
EDC.
Las Vegas locally brought us to EDC again. It's talking about this Friday. We're filming today on Friday. Jenna's going to EDC. Over 520,000 people are going to be there from 96 countries. What do you guys think about EDC? It's really a spectacle out here. We have so many events.
Yeah, so many, and festivals.
Tell me something about EDC. What can you tell us, Jenna? Bring your insights.
So it's just an amazing experience, and what probably the part that I love most is the energy. It's just like everybody's in a good mood, everybody's happy, everybody's loving, everybody's free, and it's just such a beautiful
It kind of
feeling.
reminds me of Woodstock.
Yeah, but like,
right?
yeah.
But in
like
2024?
Today's age, yeah.
Yeah, so electronic Woodstock. Mm-hmm. Everyone is so friendly. I actually haven't gone out to EDC, I know. But Jenna has, and how many days are you going out there this week?
This is the first year I'm doing all 3.
All 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Just know, everybody, she's going to go and then go home at night. She's not going to be camping out, right?
No.
I've seen some of those people camping out there, and EDC can get wild. I think a couple people does anyone ever get hurt out there? Is it dangerous?
I haven't heard of anything recently.
You just need to bring a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
Summer is here now, so are you prepared for the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah? Very good.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump right into the next slide. This next one's from Henderson. It's the Arts District. So every year they have kind of like festivals. And I kind of like to highlight the Henderson area and Cadence area. It's a beautiful area out there. It is a little bit older. They got a lot of new construction going around it. So, if you want to be out in Henderson, definitely check it out. Next slide we got. What do we got, Jenna? What is this?
So those are scorpions. We got a lot of bugs coming out this time of year.
Have you seen a scorpion this year?
Not a scorpion, but 2 days ago when I came home, there was the biggest cockroach I've ever seen in my garage.
That brings back nightmares. I lived in Texas. I woke up with a roach on my head one time, and it was the worst experience ever. God. This is probably too TMI, but I tell you what, I moved out of that apartment the next day.
That's how I felt just seeing the roach in my garage. I was ready to move out.
Time to spray for bugs. So I definitely wanted to pull this up, guys, because it's that time of the year bugs come out. We really don't know where they live. They're in some communities. They're not in some communities. All the builders, all the resales, we all disclose for it. But let's go ahead and jump onto it. Be careful out there. Next one we have here is Laughlin Buzz, another great guy posting here on X, and he's talking about the bridge they're building in Laughlin. I have a little close spot to my heart for Laughlin. So, Jenna, tell me, are you familiar with Laughlin?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were out there, or what do you remember about Laughlin?
About a year ago, and I just remember going out, checking out the river, Bubba Gum Shrimp. We went for a show, and they have some really cool golf courses out there.
Yeah, the shows are awesome. Like, as soon as you stay in any hotels out there, Riverside, the Aquarius, or any of the hotels, the Colorado Bell has been closed for about 3 years now. I used to stay there every time. It got to a point where I was marking a little dot on the room every time we'd visit. I mean, the Colorado Bell is the epitome of family fun. I'm sure almost all of y'all probably know about the Colorado Bell. I'd love to hear your feedback. But with that being said, they're building a bridge. They got jet skiing out there. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next slide.
The comment section.
So this is the comment section, everybody. So what I did was I kind of pulled some questions from the YouTube videos down below, and definitely leave me your feedback. It goes a long way. But one of the questions was, what is the price all in for the model, just the way it sits, that we're seeing to recreate it in the neighborhood or to buy the model? So this was a model over there for Signature Homes in the Southwest. Pretty much how it works is, they build the models, they put a lot of extra options in there to really showcase what's available. Now, if you wanted to recreate it, some of the models can get expensive, anywhere from about $150,000 to $200,000 in additional options with finished backyards. But you can definitely recreate them in the neighborhood. The other thing is, 95% of the time, they don't sell the model until the very end. But on a community like this one, they actually did sell the model. Let's go ahead and jump right into the next question. What does bi-yearly SID mean? So SID is a special improvement district. It's pretty much all the costs to build out the infrastructure in the new community. So like underground plumbing, utilities, that type of thing. What they do is they attach that, they break it up into all the parcels and then attach that to your tax bill that you got to pay every year. So it is a plus and a minus, but you know, in the master plan communities, you are going to be seeing SIDs as well quite often. Let's go ahead and jump into the next slide. Says, beautiful property, thanks for sharing. Who pays for the elevator maintenance? Now, this is on the Crescendo. Have you seen the Crescendo? It's Shea Homes Trilogy, yes. 55 plus. Yes. So they have the Crescendo on the top floor. You go right up the elevator to the middle. So I got answers. You had questions. I got answers. Let's jump right into the next slide. So here's the answer to that. What mechanism propels it? The elevator's hydraulic. It falls into Shea's Homes limited 1-year fit and finish warranty. And then there is an extended warranty offered, and you do have to pay for it. So it says the elevator carries a 2-year limited warranty, optional extended warranty for up to 7 years. You do have to pay for a preventative maintenance agreement as well. Now, one thing I want to say, when it comes to elevators, you definitely want to do your maintenance. It's not like, you know, back in the day, elevators have really come a long way. Are you familiar with how elevators used to run?
No.
They used to have like a bellman in there, and he would actually have to stop it at the certain floor. You know, as technology improved, the bellmans kind of went away at the elevators, but it's pretty fascinating. Research elevators. So this is a great question. Let's move right on to the next one. Now, quick question. Do builders do basements here in Las Vegas?
No.
Tell us, Jen, do you know a little bit of anything about why we don't have a lot of basements here?
I don't.
So one of the reasons is the caliche in the ground. It's very tough, so it's very expensive to dig. There is actually a few basements out here, and don't get me wrong, you can build them. It's just not very affordable and not very practical. Practical meaning that, like, if you're in a colder climate, you want the basement to get away from the cold. But in the heat, you really don't need the basement to get away from the heat. So that's kind of my answer to that question. Let's jump on to the next one. So next, we're going to jump right into mortgages with Jenna. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on today, Jenna.
Yeah, so today I just have a few quick things to talk about. My buyer who got into escrow this past week, he is using what's called a business bank statement loan. So I wanted to talk about that a little because a lot of people don't know that that is an option. And it's a cool loan product that we have where a lot of times when you're self-employed and you file taxes, you don't always show that much income after all of your expenses. So people typically don't qualify, or they don't qualify for as much of a house as they'd like to get because of that. So with a business bank statement loan, we use anywhere from 12 months to 24 months of their business bank statements. We look at all the deposits that are made, and then we use that for their income, and we don't have tax returns in the file. So that's a pretty cool option. If you have questions about that, let me know. So we have a class coming up next month, Saturday, June 22nd, called Money and Mimosas. And the time on here is actually wrong. So it's 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But we're going to have a panel. It's going to be me. It's going to be two other girls. And we're going to talk about buying a house. We're going to talk about owning a house. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about investments. And just it's a financial wellness class. So we'll have two good nutrition, sponsoring brunch. We'll have mimosas. It will be a good time.
It's always a good time with Jenna. And, you know, she's always out there doing these events. And I don't know how she fits it all into her schedule, but she's been busy. I want to jump into Instagram. So before you guys leave, I know you liked the Instagram last week. I could see for sure. But I want to highlight Jenna's. She's got 1,209 followers. Go over to her Instagram. Give her a follow. We definitely appreciate it. And I'm also on here as well. I'm just kind of getting started on my Instagram, if you can see. But I'm going to start working on some behind-the-scenes stuff and try to promote my Instagram a little more. And I would just love it if you went over there and gave me a follow. This next section, what is this next segment we got, Jenna, coming into?
So it's a new one we're doing called Hidden Gems.
Hidden gems. And the first thing Jenna told me was, she goes, I want to see what hidden gems you found. So a little bit about this concept for this segment is every week I want to kind of find an area, find a price point. I'm going to be looking for horse properties, large lots, homes with pools, modern homes, whatever it is that's kind of like a hidden gem. And these are going to be all resale properties. So there is a few that I found here in the Northwest and I want to highlight today. With that being said, your feedback's pretty important. I need to know where to look for next show. So definitely, if you have any areas or price points you'd like to see, let us know. All right, this first house I want to show you is, this one's modern. It's right off of West La Madre Way, and look at that pool.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love it.
Wow. What do you think of when you walk into a home like that, Jenna?
Oh, it's so pretty, and I like dark colors in homes too, but I love light colors. There's a lot of white and creams in there, beiges.
The floating shelves, I agree. It's very kind of a tan, warm feel, but then you got these accent walls.
Kind of like beachy.
Oh my goodness. Now this home, it's pretty wild because this home, it's right in the northwest of Las Vegas. It's definitely a hidden gem. This area is beautiful. I can get back to the screen here, but you have this whole area here in the northwest, large parcels of land, large lots, room to spread out, RV parking, casitas, you name it. That's why they made it onto the hidden gems today. Now I do want to show you another one here. This one's on Maverick Street. So on Maverick Street, there is a lot of old homes, but they've been putting some amazingly modern homes out on Maverick Street.
That's
Let's
awesome.
pull this one up and take a look at it. What do you think about that, just the curb appeal, Jenna?
It's beautiful. I love the stone.
2.5 million, 5 bedroom, 5 bathroom, exquisite. Look at that open concept. The fireplace, old school fireplace. You got the flat cabinets. Wow. Pretty beautiful. Now I do want to show you one more that I saw here. Here's another one on Maverick Street. This one's going for $2.3 million. What do you think of when you see that exterior image, Jenna? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
It's beautiful, but I like all the lights.
The first thing that comes to my mind is that is a compound.
Yeah.
What a beautiful home. It almost looks like an Richmond American product, but the thing here is a lot of these homes out here are definitely semi-custom or fully custom homes built. I mean, look at that window.
Oh, wow.
Is that a window?
Yeah.
Wow, that is stunning.
Yeah.
It's a bay window.
Yeah, it has a lot of light in there.
So much light. And yeah, you can't even see the lights on in this room because it has so much natural light.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of Blue Heron home I saw over there in Lake Las Vegas last week. All right, so that's our hidden gem segment. with me and Jenna. Next week, we definitely want to get your feedback so we can kind of check out some other areas. I'm going to kind of do my research. I think I want to show you guys some horse properties next week. Do you like horse properties?
I do.
Like Esquitarians, or is that what they call it?
We have a bunch out here.
Absolutely. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the new home spotlight. Before I do, though, I want to show you, today the slide is medium sales price. So you can see we're sitting right here on the end at $450,000. This is for single family homes, but this is what I want to show you. Don't trust the medium price, guys. Look at the average price. We're sitting at $570,000. Now that's more realistic. When I sell homes every week, new homes, resales, you name it, we are closer to this $560,000 price point. It kind of gets me a little upset, but that's the main question. And I want to get the elephant out of the room here. We had a question about affordability. What do you think is going on with affordability?
Affordability definitely is an issue right now. There's prices being where they are at and rates being where they are at. And there is a good chunk of people who either have a hard time qualifying or don't qualify for quite as much as they were hoping for. So I definitely think we do have an affordability issue. And then there's always like things that on the loan side we don't look at, like cost of groceries or just the increased cost of living overall. So I think all those things play into it.
I agree. And it really affects us as locals more than anything else. Everyone moving here to Las Vegas, we have been taking the ride up in equity, so we've all built a lot of equity. We've got rich. Now we're selling our real estate and moving to less expensive Las Vegas, because overall, in general, believe it or not, Las Vegas is still one of the most affordable places to be compared to other cities like California, New York, and the East Coast, West Coast. We're still definitely very affordable out here. So with that being said, let's jump into the next slide. This next one we have here is the new home spotlight. I'm going to kind of rip through this real quick. You guys know how I love my new homes, but we're going to jump on it. There's 3 communities I want to highlight today. We have the Point at Ascension. This is 3 and 4 bedrooms, 3 and 4 bath, right in that 1.5 to 2 million. We also got Incline at Ascension. This is all in Summerlin South, by the way, in this beautiful area here, just right south of Summerlin West. And then we also have Caprock, 5 bedrooms, 4 to 5 baths. We're looking at 1.5 to 2.5 million base pricing to start. And let's pull it up. This is the Incline. Have you been out here to South Summerlin, Jenna?
I have, yes.
Look how beautiful. That's actually downtown Summerlin, right by the Red Rock Casino here that we're looking at.
Yeah, I go there kind of pretty often.
All right, let me go ahead and slide down. I do want to show you some of the models that they have for sale here. And this is at Incline. So they have the Park Lane, the Garden Gate, the Cessna, kind of their traditional single stories. Now, if we jump right into the Point at Ascension, we're kind of getting a little bit higher in price point, and we also have some different models here. This is the Dignitary, the Royalty, the Kingsgate. If you remember on one of my videos out in the Northwest, these homes are wide. They are ranch style. They are beautiful. You guys got to go check it out. It is kind of expensive. We are kind of in the luxury area of Summerlin South. Another one I want to show you is Caprock. This is the most expensive out there right now, and we are looking at the Vittoria, the Passaro, and the Lucero homes between $3,900 and $4,600. So if you're looking for that larger home, a little bit more room to stretch out. And one more I wanted to show you is Prado, right here, kind of an Enterprise by Blue Heron. How familiar are you with Blue Heron?
Blue Heron's actually my favorite building.
Absolutely, I love them too. They're just so semi-custom, and just look at that picture.
Gorgeous.
You got this. It is the spiral staircase, the floating waterfall edge pool. I mean, wow, semi-custom. Let's take a look at the prices. So in this community, I believe they have about 4 or 5 lots left. It's a small community. I want to say 18 to 20 homes in this little parcel, but they have 4 models to choose from, starting at right around 2 to 2.5 million. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for episode number 2. We're looking forward to your feedback. Jenna, are you looking forward to their feedback?
Oh, yeah.
Down below?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now it's kind of like, what's next for the Las Vegas Home Show? What are you thinking, Jenna?
Bring on some guests.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it. So we're on episode 2 now. We're thinking maybe in the next couple episodes, we'll bring out some guests, kind of get a little dynamic. There's so many amazing people around the valley, right?
Definitely.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.